Today is January 12th. I was laid off July 12th of 2023. So it's been 6 months. And here's what I've learned. People who are not in this situation lack empathy, and it's staggering. It's staggering. Y'all would rather believe that it is we, the job seekers, who are broken and not the system. You won't understand until you're in it. And I pray you're never in it. There are people out here with bachelor's degrees, master's degrees, PhDs, people with all three who are on LinkedIn, Indeed, Glassdoor, all talking about, I've been out of work for 9 months, 12 months, 18 months, 2 years. But it's their fault. Oh, why don't you go get a part-time job? Target's always hiring. Walmart's always hiring. What happens when you do apply for those jobs and they tell you they can't hire you because you're overqualified? What then? People are like, oh, just start a business. Do you know how long it takes before a small business becomes profitable? Before a small business owner can start taking a salary? No, you don't, because you've never had to do it. You would rather believe that it's the people who are in the shit. You would rather believe that there's something wrong with them, that they're not trying hard enough. Do you understand that people who have been looking for jobs longer than I have, even people who have been laid off for 3 months, there are people who go to sleep with knots in their stomach because they don't know how they're going to pay their rent. They don't know how they're going to pay their car note. They don't know how they're going to put food on their table. Some of these people have children that they need to provide for. But you would rather believe that it's their fault that they're in this predicament. Oh, they didn't save enough. Do you? No, because you're sitting pretty. You don't understand because you're getting a paycheck every week, every 2 weeks, bi-monthly, however often you get paid. It's not affecting you. So you think people are just out here spending money willy-nilly when that's not the case. There are people who haven't seen a movie. There are people who don't subscribe to streaming services. There are people who don't afford themselves the extras in life because they're watching every penny. And that's what they've been doing. And that's what they were raised to do. But then something outside of their control, a layoff, a job closing, people in LA whose businesses have just burnt down. You would rather believe that it's their fault they're in that situation. Then open your heart. And let me tell you something else. The job advice that you guys give that worked 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago does not work in 2025. There are people I know, because I'm one of them, who do tailor every resume to every job from sun up to sundown, have missed time with friends and family, can't take the time to build community for self-care because they're so focused on trying to find a job and they've been at it for months to going on years. But you would rather believe that it's them. You would rather point the finger at them because you're not in it. It's shocking. Had somebody on my post yesterday talking about, oh, I was raised that when I needed a job, I just went and get a part-time job. Again, I pose the question to you. What happens when these jobs that y'all love to say don't deserve to be paid a living wage, the Taco Bells, the Burger Kings, the McDonald's, the Targets, the jobs in the mall, the custodial jobs, what happens when you can't get those jobs because you're overqualified? People have, like myself, have resorted to posting GoFundMes, and you would rather shun those people. You would rather make fun of those people. You would rather denigrate and criticize and talk down to those people because it's not your situation. And I pray it's never your situation because nobody should have to go through this. And I'm yelling because I'm tired. I'm not mad for me. I'm in a better situation than a lot because I have a roommate who does have a job. And he has stepped all the way up. He is working overtime every chance he gets so that he can keep extra money in his bank account so he can cover our expenses. And it breaks my heart that this man cannot rest because I cannot find gainful employment to contribute to the household. That man last month worked 11 days in a row. And the day he stopped, he caught a bad cold. And I say it all the time. When I get a job and when I'm making a good salary, I'm spoiling the hell out of my best friend because he stepped all the way up to take care of us because we're a team. Because he knows I would do the exact same for him. But y'all would rather look at people like me who have tried to ease his burden by asking for help, by applying for assistance, because unemployment is either not enough or getting ready to run out. If it's not happening to you, if it's not happening to somebody that you know, it's easier for you to blame the people going through it rather than the people who are putting them through them. Stop blaming job seekers. Take your head out of the clouds, which is not what I want to say, but I'm trying to be as cordial as possible. This is bigger than me. Find some empathy. Actually go on social media apps and see what people are going through. Come down out of your ivory tower. Take a step down from your high horse. And actually see what people down here are going through. It's shocking. It's so shocking that, well, you should have started looking for a job when, hey, some people don't have that luxury. Some people get told they're laid off and their job is immediately terminated. They don't have the chance to prepare. I just saw another comment. It's like, oh, well, workers only want things on their Stop blaming the job seekers. People don't want to work for poverty wages and people don't want to be billionaires. People just want to be able to pay their bills and live comfortably. People want to be able to be like, if I buy this little treat for myself, I don't want to have to worry about which bill is not getting paid. If I pay for my daughter's dance class, because dancing is what brings her joy, I'm not taking from our medical bills, our electric bill, our mortgage. If I allow my son to play for this extracurricular activity, if I allow him to join this intramural sports team, it's not taking away from the bills of the household. That's what people want. People want to be able to make enough money to live. Not everybody wants to be these billionaires that y'all idolize, that don't care about you. People just want to be able to pay their bills and be able to save for their futures. But they can't even think about their dreams because they're living in a nightmare. But you don't understand because you're not in it. And you refuse to believe that it's something that they're doing wrong. I pray you never have to go through this. I pray you never lose everything. I pray that you never have a path and a plan for your life and have it completely disrupted and upended because of circumstances beyond your control. Because the people that you're kicking today might be the very people you need to ask for help tomorrow. Find some compassion. Show some empathy so that when you're here, because one thing about them tables is they always turn. When you are where we are, you're going to need us. So find some empathy today. Stop blaming people who are going through circumstances beyond their control. Have a good day.